This is the DaPhatster. And this is number 5, Cooking with Fatty. And we're going to do today burritos. Burritos, brother. And this is something fun. But anyhow, today we're going to start over here. And we've got basically 1.5 pounds of hamburger already cooking in there. And this is going to be our beef mixture. It's just a ground beef. I've got a little bit of salt and pepper in there. And I like to put just a dash of onion powder in there. This gives it a little nice flavor. And then of course, you can get the directions off of most of this back here. It tells you what to do. It's just a basic taco seasoning mix, and we like to add a little of that. Let me get a little bit of water here. Okay, 3/4 cup of water into that mixture right there. And then we put our taco seasoning mix, which will make it real nice and yummy flavored. Okay? So then we simmer that on about a low medium. Not a medium, not a low, but about a low medium, which is on our cooking stove here. Range is about a 3.5. And I'm going to chop that up just a little bit. And that way it'll get all those nice flavors soaked up in there. That's the hard part. This is 80% beef. I like to use something that doesn't have a lot of fat, so that way we really don't have to worry a lot about draining this. I mean, I looked at it and checked it because, it's good if you want to drain a little. You might get maybe 1/4 cup of grease off that, but you're not going to get a whole lot because it's 80%. And basically, so we don't have to worry about draining that right now. I checked it, it's really not that oily, but otherwise I would have drained it prior to putting the water in. Okay, but there was hardly no grease. In fact, sometimes if it's 85%, I have to add just a little bit of olive oil in there just to try to get it right. And I'm going to try to stir out that nice flavor around there real good. And I'm going to add just a hair more water because this is 1.5 pounds, so you might want to add just a little extra in there just to kind of get it to simmer and collect all those flavors up in there, the salt, the pepper, the onion powder, in addition to the spice packet that we got there. Those spice packets are cheap, as you probably already know. And the thing is about this whole meal here is we've got probably less than $15 in this whole meal here. I mean, between the hamburger and the packed seasonings, and then right here. Now we're at we got this Mexican rice here. Now there's all kinds of ways to make this. You can put brown rice, white rice, put a cup in, a cup of water for every cup of rice. Okay? And you want to make sure you attend to it. Turn it on about a medium and let the water get real hot, put it in there, or maybe a high and let the water get hot, and then put it in there. But you want to keep attending to it so don't burn on the bottom. This is really good. Now this here I got this stuff in the package. It's real easy to make. You just dump it in there, add a little butter, put the rice mix in, cook it a little bit, add a little butter, I think a tablespoon of butter or 2, and then you put your the mix, powdered mix is already in there for all the seasonings, and then you boil that. Hey, it's great. I think it takes 2 cups of water, and we put that's part of our filling for our burritos. So it's done. And we just put that on a low simmer, keep it rolling. And this here is just about done. Okay? And I already explained to you what was in this, and look at that. Isn't that good? And the aroma is just fantastic. And that's part of our filling for our burritos, and we got that on low. Let it just simmer right there. Now follow me over here if you would. These are some of the other ingredients. I've got 10-inch tortillas, whatever brand's your favorite, and I've got 4 of those. And I'm going to heat those in the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds, just so they're nice and warm, And you can heat that plate in there too. If you heat it maybe a little bit more on the plate, it'll keep them warm while you're waiting. Here's cheddar cheese. This is a real good cheddar cheese that you can grate. Okay, you can grate this, and then of course we've got this cheese here. You can use the taco cheese, or you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. Right here is refried beans. I'm going to put just a little of that cheese in the refried beans. Okay? And then we're going to microwave that. Okay? We're going to microwave that. Now, of course, my countertops are clean. My hands are clean. That's one of the crucial things. Always try to keep your hands clean because, of course, other people are eating after you. And, you know, you want to be safe, especially in the cold and flu seasons. We got some Roma tomatoes chopped up, diced up a little bit. Got a little bit of lettuce. So you can add what you want. You can make it like a Burrito Supreme after you put the warm ingredients in, of course, then, and it's all warm, you can put in your colder ingredients so that it don't wilt and whatnot. Of course, that's common knowledge. A little bit of fat-free ranch. Now, this is something I use just to ensure that, you know, we cut down the calories just a little bit. Because most of these ingredients are pretty good for people. I mean, you know, a little bit of fat in the beef, but we used 80%. We try to drain it as much as possible. If it's more than 80% or 85% beef, you may have to add a little bit of olive oil in it to cook it real good, but then make sure it's drained as much as possible. You can put it on a paper plate over top of a regular plate, put a little bit of a paper towel over it, and let all that soak up real good. So it don't get all the flavor, but it gets most of the fat out of it. The rice has some carbs, but it's good protein too. And here's a little salsa. That's another ingredient we have in it. Of course, I won't tell you the name brand of this, but you know what I'm talking about. The local Mexican place that's real popular. We go there quite a bit. And we get these little sauce packets when we can. Just say, give me a fist of them. And they're great to put on stuff. And they also sell that seasoning in the store now too as well. So we're going to go ahead and microwave these beans. So let's scoop all that excess bean off of there. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and microwave these beans for about 3 minutes in your microwave. If you have about a 600 to 750 watt microwave, about 3 minutes, and then you might need to add a little more time as needed. And then, of course, we'll heat these up, and then that stuff's done. We're going to go ahead and put one of them together and show you what it'll do. And man, are they delicious. So it's something really simple, economical, you know, and in my opinion, it's better than taco, you know what. But again, on the other hand, they got good food, and of course you can see we go there when we want to do something easy and economical. But this is something you can do on your own, and it's probably less than $15 most, or definitely less than 20, probably less than 15 for 8 to 10 of these totally loaded burritos, whatever way you want to make them. And you know, for 3 to 4 people, that's 1 to 2 meals. You know, you can wrap them up, you can put them in the fridge and save them for the next day, heat them up, you know, the next day, whatever. And you know, you got a couple days of something good and nutritious, you know, that's basically pretty economical, and it's good food for you. So while that's heating, we're going to go ahead and take this up to the other microwave. And we'll put about 1 minute on that to heat that plate up a little bit. So we're almost ready to put one of them together and show you how we do that. And it's pretty simple. Most of you probably already know it, but it's just something I thought was fun to do and, you know, easy to make. And we'll have the ingredients listed as we always do. And, you know, I hope you guys have fun and enjoy it. Do it as a family. Put it all together, you know, for you younger children. You can even do it if you have a little guidance with the range and so forth, depending on how experienced you are and what your parents will allow you to do. You can help them all, you know, every bit helps. And, you know, they need your help. You know, with all the working moms and dads these days, you know, you really can use the help. So, we'll be right back in a second to show you how we put one of these together. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Well, as you can see, look at this. Isn't this awesome? It's just a cheddar jack mix here. Or you can use Colby, whatever, man. But I usually use cheddar jack. Okay. Now we want to mix a little bit of that in there So it's down in the beans, that cheese flavor. It's really down in the beans. Now come over here and follow me. Okay, now I want to put a little bit on the top of there when I present it. You know what I mean? Gives it a nice zing look. Okay. Of course we got this stuff, and follow me over here. And now, of course, we've got these out. These are warmed up, and that plate's nice and warm, so it ought to keep them warm. You know, make them about, probably about 1/3 of a cup there. Then a little bit of rice, baby. Yeah, look at that, man. Maybe just a hair too much. Don't want to be too piggish, so that way everybody can get their share. Well, look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now we come over here, and everything's already warm. So that's the way I wanted it. I'm going to take one of these sauces, stripe her down the middle, baby. Maybe just a dab of this salsa. Look at that, man. Just a little salsa down in there. Some of these beans. Look at that, man. A little bean. Wow. Isn't that great? Look at that. A little bit of bean. Not too much. Okay. And last, of course, you can, if you want to make it more like a Supreme, flake a little lettuce on there. Put a few tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, you know. Isn't that great? Now, of course, everyone can make these however they want. If the kids only like a little bean and a little sauce, or somebody likes rice and they don't like the beef, if they're vegetarian, whatever. They got their choice to make it however they want. Just like Bob Ross used to say, it's a happy little world, however you like it. And then right on the top of there we go, baby. Now I want you to zoom in while I fold this. Now that's a big bad boy here. Be careful. Now that's how you do it. That's how, but basically, I'll show you how to fold that. You might want to cool that just a little bit if it's giving you some problems. And but I mean, like I said, little bean, you know, little rice, little this, little that. And you fold the corners in first, then fold this top over, and then fold the whole rest of it over once more. And see, makes a nice little, keeps it all in. If you fold it in first, the ends, then roll it over, and then roll it over again, just like the Mexicans do. You got it all in there, and it's all good. So that's all there is to say about that. Fish says those look awful good. I see him looking at us. You can't see him, but I can. And that's all she wrote with Cooking with DaPhatster, number 5. Thanks to all of you. Keep on tuning in to Fat Hippie 65 and keep on sending those good comments and suggestions. We thank you for all your friendships, friend ads, and we thank you for your subscriptions, and keep on subscribing, and we'll keep doing our best to bring funny and zany and educational and clean quality viewing to those that really want to have a little fun and enjoy those things. Have a good day. This is DaPhatster saying later days, yo hombres, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Your